Hey everybody, how's it going? Thought I'd get another one of the patriarchs read. Doing Asher today. So here we go. The copy of the witness of Asher, the words he spoke to his sons in the 125th year of his life. For while he was still in health, he said to them, "Listen to your father, you children of Asher, and I shall declare to you all that is upright in the sight of Yahweh. Yahweh has given two ways to the sons of men, and two inclinations, and two kinds of action, and two methods, and two issues. Therefore, all matters are by twos, one opposite the other. For there are two ways of good and evil, and with these are the two inclinations of our breasts, discerning them. Therefore, if the being takes pleasure in the good, all its actions are in righteousness. And if it sins, it repents immediately. For having the thoughts fixed upon righteousness and casting away wickedness, it immediately overthrows the evil and uproots the sin. But if it leans to the evil inclination, all its actions are in wickedness, and it drives away the good and clings to the evil, and is ruled by Beliahu. Excuse me, no. Belial. We'll just say Baal. That's who it is. Sometimes I just can't talk. Sorry. Anyway, let's see if I can find my place now. Okay. Even though it works what is good, he perverts it to evil. Gee, yeah, what's going on right now? For whenever it begins to do good, he forces the issue of the action into evil for him, since the treasure of the inclination is filled with an evil spirit. A person may then, with words, help the good for the sake of the evil, yet the issue of the action leads to evil. There is a man who shows no compassion upon he who serves his turn in evil, and this matter has two aspects, but the whole is evil. And there is a man that loves he that works evil, because he would prefer even to die in evil for his sake. And concerning this, it is clear that it has two aspects, but the whole is an evil work. Though indeed he has love, yet he is wicked who conceals what is evil for the sake of the good name. But the end of the action tends to evil. Another steals, does unrighteously, plunders, defrauds, and yet shows compassion for the poor. This too has a twofold aspect, but the whole is evil. He who defrauds his neighbor provokes the Most High, and swears falsely against the Most High, and yet shows compassion for the poor. He despises and provokes Yahweh, who commands the Torah, and yet he refreshes the poor. Excuse me. He defiles the being and makes the body carefree. He kills many and shows compassion for a few. This too has a twofold aspect, but the whole is evil. Another commits adultery and whoring and abstains from foods. And when he fasts, he does evil. And by the power of his wealth, destroys many. And despite his excessive wickedness, he does the commands. This too has a twofold aspect, but the whole is evil. Such men are hairs, clean, like those that divide the hoof, but in very deed are unclean. For Yahweh has declared so in the tablets of the commands. But you, my sons, do not wear two faces like them of goodness and of wickedness, but cling to goodness only. For Yahweh has his dwelling therein, and men desire it. But flee away from wickedness, destroying the inclination by your good works. For those that are two-faced do not serve Yahweh, but their own lusts, so that they may please Baal and men similar to themselves. For good men, even those that are of single face, though they are thought to sin by those that are two-faced, are right before Yahweh. For many, in killing the wicked, do two works, of good and evil. But the whole is good, because he has uprooted and destroyed that which is evil. Oh, yeah. It's kind of like when you have a piece of rotten fruit in a bowl. What happens? The rest of the fruit becomes rotten. One man hates the compassionate and unrighteous man. One man hates the compassionate and unrighteous man, and the man who commits adultery and fasts. This too has a twofold aspect, but the whole work is good because he follows the example of Yahweh, and that he does not accept the apparent good as the genuine good. Now that's something to ponder. Another does not desire to see a good day with those that act lawlessly, lest he defile his body and defile his being. This too is two-faced, but the whole is good. For such men are similar to stags and to hinds, because in the way of wild animals they seem to be unclean, but they are altogether clean, because they walk in ardor for Yahweh and abstain from what Yahweh also hates and forbids by his commands, warding off the evil from the good. You see, my sons, how there are two in all matters, one against the other, and the one is hidden by the other, in wealth, greedy gain, in gladness, drunkenness, in laughter, grief, in marriage, promiscuity. Death prevails over life, dishonor over esteem, night over day, darkness over light, and all matters are under the day. Righteous matters under life, unrighteous matters under death. Therefore, eternal life also awaits death. Nor may it be said that truth is a lie, nor right wrong, for all truth is under the light, even as all matters are under Yahweh. All these matters, therefore, I proved in my life, and I did not wander. I had a typo in here. I did not wandered. Should be I did not wander from the truth of Yahweh. And I searched out the commands of the Most High, walking according to all my strength with singleness of face toward that which is good. Therefore, my sons, also take heed to the commands of Yahweh, following the truth with singleness of face. For those that are two-faced are guilty of a twofold sin, for they do both the evil matter and they have pleasure in those that do it, following the example of the spirits of deceit and striving against man. Therefore, my sons, guard the Torah of Yahweh and do not give heed to evil as to good, but look to that which is truly good and guard it in all commands of Yahweh, maintaining your behavior therein and resting therein. For the latter ends of men reveal their righteousness when they meet the messengers of Yahweh and of Satan. For when the being departs troubled, it is tormented by the evil spirit, which it also served in lusts and evil works. But if he is at peace with joy, he meets the messenger of peace, and he leads him into eternal chai. My sons, do not become as Setham, which sinned against the messengers of Yahweh, and perished forever. For I know that you shall sin and be delivered into the hands of your enemies, and your land shall be made desolate, and your mikdashim destroyed, and you shall be scattered to the four corners of the earth. Notice it says four corners of the earth. Just saying. Let's see here. I lost my place again. Doggone it. There we go. And you shall be despised in the dispersion, vanishing away as water, until the Most High shall visit the earth, coming himself and breaking the head of the dragon in the water. He shall save Yisrael and all the Gentiles. Therefore, my sons, you also tell these words to your children, so that they do not disobey him. For I have recognized that you shall surely be disobedient and surely act wickedly, not giving heed to the Torah of YHWH, but to the commands of men, being corrupted through wickedness. And therefore you shall be scattered as Gad and Dan, my brothers, and you shall not know your lands, tribe, and tongue. But YHWH shall gather you together in belief through his tender favor and for the sake of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. And when he had said these words to them, he commanded them, saying, Bury me in Hebron. And he fell asleep and died at a good old age. And his sons did as he had commanded them, and they carried him up to Hebron and buried him with his fathers. Wow. Interesting words there. Okay. When I do the next, I'll be doing Yosef. And Yosef's is, it's pretty long. It's got 20 chapters. Well, they're short chapters, most of them. And then Binyamin. And Binyamin has 12 chapters. If I have enough time, maybe I'll just do them both at the same time. I don't know. Have to see. Yeah, well, have to see. So take care of yourselves. And may Yahweh's tent cover you. Take care.